Now, this is a very confusing situation because right now, because the Raiders beat the Jaguars and the Raiders beat the Saints. They moved down from contention for the number one overall pick. And if they had just lost these two games, the Giants won against the Colts, we'd be sitting at number one. So because we won these two games, right now we're sitting at pick number 8. And that means a lot of things for the Raiders right now. For one, that means that we do not have our pick of the litter when it comes to the draft. And so there's a very high possibility that we either cannot draft one of the top quarterbacks, either Shador Sanders or Cam Ward, or we're in a position where the Raiders end up trading draft capital away to move up for something that they could have had for free. Now, that really bothers me a lot. Another thing is that there's all these rumors about that Antonio Pierce is not going to be the head coach for next year. There's been rumors about Mike Vrabel. There's a lot of reports coming out of this speculation. And honestly, I feel like because the Raiders are winning right now, for one, it gives Aiden O'Connell a better chance at competing for the QB1 position next year. Whether that's good, bad, or however you feel about it, that's just the reality. And then it also kind of gives Antonio Pierce a better shot on keeping his job. And not because, oh, he's winning these games and he's a good coach. It's more of that, it's putting us in a position where another head coach isn't really going to see this as a very attractive landing spot, because another head coach comes in and they're going to have Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew as their quarterbacks on the roster. They're going to be in position where they either have to roll forward with them or trade up in the draft, unless maybe, the Raiders really have their sights on a quarterback in the second or third round. Another option is that a lot of people are speculating that Shador Sanders or Cam Ward, either one, could fall, out of the top 10. And if that's the case, we might still be in position to draft them. But I don't really think that that's going to be what it is. There's some very QB needy teams. And even if it's an overdraft or whatever it may be, people want to get a quarterback. And so they'll go ahead and draft them high, even though they're not really rated to be that high of quarterbacks.